Welcome back to Board Games Christians Can Play. This is a first time ever for you, my viewers. I'm showing you into my little shed here. It's my craft room, but it's also where I've stored all the games that I've bought in this year. And 2024 was the year that I got into modern board games. I would say in the past 20 years, I've bought maybe 2 packs of Dutch Blitz to replace the worn out cards because we played it a lot. But now my world has exploded. I've gotten big time into this hobby of board games. They are so intriguing and so fun. So I want to share with you all the games that I have bought this year. I've got 34, including the expansions. I have invested in 34 games. So let's do a quick run through of each one and I'll tell you my little thoughts on them. But I will be doing full review videos on each game and playthroughs as well because it's just so much fun. So the very first game I got was Wingspan. There is no better game out there, I feel. And shortly after I got all the expansions to it. But we played this base game for months and months and months before I recently, 2 weeks ago, got out the European Wingspan. So we just broke into this after playing the regular game for maybe 1,000 times. And now we are savoring the European birds. So I have not even opened the Oceania expansion yet. I can hardly wait, but we're still enjoying these new birds. Now, when my mom and I went on a trip together, we went on a 2-month-long trip and I got Asia Wingspan on the trip. And so we played that together. It's just a 2-player game and we both loved it very much. It's the same gameplay, but she's added an extra element of scoring, which is really fun. So you can expect a playthrough of that one of these days. So I've organized this tower of games by Elizabeth Hargrave. These are all the games that I have of hers. The next one is Mariposas. I've played it a couple times with 3 players and I really enjoyed it and I really want to get more into it. I enjoyed the gameplay very much and it's beautiful and it's educational. All her games are very educational. I am learning my birds through Wingspan. I was such a noob about learning birds before. I couldn't identify them very well, but now I'm getting to be pretty good. Oh, there's an American goldfinch or there's a song sparrow. Anyways, the Fox Experiment, love this game as well. Have only played it with one other person and AI. So I'm looking forward to playing it with more people. We really enjoyed it, my friend, and I really enjoy the Fox Experiment. And then I didn't know how to organize my games, so I kind of organized them to color. So this is the green section. I have Forest Shuffle, another beloved game. Any kind of nature game, I will be hooked on it. So I can recommend Forest Shuffle. New York Zoo is not bad. I played it with children. They enjoy it. My adult people didn't really find it too stimulating, I don't think. But I enjoy it. It's got real wooden animals. And I like the gameplay. Now, Azul Queen's Garden. First, let me show you. I have Azul Mini. I don't have the regular one, but I got the travel version, and I love Azul very, very much. And so when I saw Azul Queen's Garden, I thought, oh, an Azul game. I'll have to try that. It's okay. But the people I played it with weren't really into it. I wouldn't mind getting into it some more. But it doesn't make it to the table because I have a lot of other fabulous games. And it seems like it's kind of hard to draft the 6-point tiles. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. But I will explore it further. Honey Buzz, again, have only played it a couple times. Really enjoyed it. Want to play it with more player counts. It was just 2-player, but a gorgeous game. I love it. And I love the theme of it. Planted, big hit. Have played it well, let's say I can't really recommend it at 2 players. It's not very stimulating at 2 players, but I've played it with 3 and up. It goes to 5 players, and it's been a huge hit with all the people that we've played it at. So I've brought it to church, games, and everybody's loved it. And it's a very pretty table presence as well. Millefiori is a good game. I've only played it 2 players. I would like to try it with more players, so need to get that one to the table more as well. I like it. I do. I'm glad I own that one. Ark Nova gives Wingspan a run for its money. I love Ark Nova so much, but I've only played it with my friend. I would like to play it with more people, but and it's a long game. It's a really long game, so you have to be really invested in your time. But I just love the gameplay and all the options that you have. I also have the Marine Worlds expansion. I have not got this out yet. We're still just savoring this game, but I do look forward to getting it. Now I'm on to the blue section. The first game here is the Great Controversy game. If you are a church historical buff, you will really enjoy this game. It's a card builder, tableau builder, and very educational. I love games that are educational, so I recommend this one. Harmonies. Harmonies. I bought it because of the animals and the gorgeous artwork. I'd heard lots about it. However, when I opened the box, I was very disappointed. And it is a game that I do not recommend Christians to buy. If you want me to dive further into that, I can make a separate video on it. But yeah, I was disappointed when I saw what was inside. I know it's a hot game for 2024. Yeah, I'm thinking of selling it. Anyways, Ticket to Ride. I have the San Francisco version. I'm glad I don't own the big original game. I'm not a huge fan of Ticket to Ride. It's not very stimulating at 2 players. We enjoyed it at 4 players, although I do have the basic game on my phone that I play with my friend, and that's not bad. But it is just purely pretty much luck. Luck as to the cards that you draw. So yeah, not a Ticket to Ride is fine, but spend your money elsewhere, I would think, if you on games. Now, Cascadia. I have the Landmarks expansion, and I've played it with 2 to 4 players. It plays well at all player counts, and I cannot say enough good about Cascadia. It is such a fun game. Meadow. Another game that I really enjoy. My mom is not a huge fan of it. It can get pretty overwhelming, but I love it. I love the artwork. I love the gameplay. Great Western Trail. Another highly recommended game. I've played it at all player counts. I have not played it solo though, so I need to do that. But yeah, I love this theme, and I understand that there's 2 more Great Western Trails that I would love to get my hands on. Good game. Okay, now we're into the kind of the red section. The first one is Trails. There's no red on it, but anyways, that's where it fit. It's a neat game. I would take it backpacking with me. And I love the theme of it. Good gameplay. Sweet little game. And then to go along with that is Parks. I love this game as well. I've been to most of the national parks in the US, so it really is a special game for me. And it's got good strategy too. Agricola is next. I'd heard a lot about Agricola, and so I was so happy when I found it in the store. And I like it. But I don't know, there's many more better games out there than Agricola, because after a while, I mean, I've played it maybe half a dozen times now, and it seems like it's just all the same moves all the time. There's not too much variety. Anyways, I've only played it with 2 players, so maybe if I played it with more, it would be more stimulating. And then Catan, I love. That's the first game I ever played of my friends that she brought it to church, and we all played Catan together, and then I fell in love with modern board games, and I've played it with 2 to 6 players. And it actually, this one, I got the expansion for it, but anyways, you're supposed to have 3 or more players, but I have figured out how 2 people can have a lot of fun playing Catan, so I'll have to show you that sometime in another video. And then Windmill Valley. Oh, I love Windmill Valley, and all the people that I've introduced it to love it as well. I've played it at 2, 3, and 4 players. Fabulous game at all player counts. And my next video will actually be a full review of this game. Then, in the brown section, brown and white section, is Floriferous. I've only played this game a couple times with another person, and I can't say that it was too stimulating at 2 players, but I do love the artwork, and I'm looking forward to playing it with more people because I do feel that it is a good strategic game. So I really need to invest more time in this game. And then the next one is Patchwork, a huge hit wherever I bring it. Even my mom really loves it. And then we got River Valley Glassworks, another one. It's more for kids, but adults can have fun with it as well. I enjoy the gameplay. Yeah, it's a very pretty strategic game. Le Havre. Le Havre is up there with Great Western Trail and Wingspan and Windmill Valley. I love Le Havre so much. I have played it with 2 and 3 players, and I really want to play it with 4 and 5 players because I love all the different town buildings you can build and the actions that it has and the strategy, and yeah, can't say enough good about Le Havre. And then I have Earth, another good game. I really enjoy the photography and all the cards that it has. It can get a bit overwhelming with accumulating too many cards in your hands, and then what do you do with all these cards? But I've only actually played it with 2 people. So I am looking forward to playing it with more people. So yeah, I really enjoy Earth. And then Dog Park is another huge hit. I have played it with 2 people and AI, and it's not my favorite at 2 people, but 3 people is really fun. And yeah, I want to bring it to church and see what the church group thinks about it as well. So my collection, this was quite an investment. Do not tell my family how much I spent. So there are at least 5 games that came out in 2024 that I wish I could have gotten. The first one is Ezra and Nehemiah. Any biblical themed game and I'm all in, and I do love games that last 2 to 3 hours. I am more of a Euro kind of gamer, I would say. So this one, oh, I can hardly wait to find that one. And then Galileo Galilei looked like an interesting theme and gameplay. And then Luthier, I'm a musician, so that one really spoke to me. I can hardly wait to get my hands on that one. And then Saltfjord looked like a neat theme and gameplay. And lastly, Fromage. I would love to see that game. I grew up on a dairy farm and know all about milking and cows, so that game really spoke to me as well. But alas, I need to win the jackpot or something. I have a game list maybe this long of all the games that I would love to have. But yeah, it's a rich man's world, so this is my extent of gaming right now. So this is for my benefit, like I said, but I hope you enjoyed seeing what I had. And tell me what games you bought this year. I would be so interested to know. And I'm looking forward to 2025 and where this hobby takes me. Thank you so much for watching, and God bless you all.